we have not been having a very good year when it comes to new MMO releases. All we've gotten thus far is like Revelation Mobile, which was a terrible AI mess. We got Moonlight Blade Mobile, which was a terrible AI mess, both of which I played on stream and hated to such a ridiculous extent that I actually chose not to do dedicated videos on them. We had Terrasland, which not a single person I know continued beyond day 3. And then more recently, the open beta for Throne and Liberty, which not a single content creator I know actually enjoyed. And most people I know also very strongly disliked the test phase of. You know, and at the end of the day, Throne and Liberty might be a very fun game when it launches. I did not personally enjoy the beta, but I am going to give it my best 1-2 when the game fully releases at some point in September, late September, if I recall. But at the very least, this month, we have some games to play. Hey, my name is STIX, and welcome back to another episode of MMORPGs releasing next month or this month, depending on when you're watching the video. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting a little bell notification. That way, you remain up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post every single week. Now, we have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. We're gonna go ahead here and start this off with Corepunk. Corepunk is releasing into Alpha Playtest 4. According to their official website, the 4th alpha playtest is going to take place on August 6th. After this test phase, they are going to be launching into early access. Pre-orders are currently open. They opened on July 26th, which was just a couple days ago. If you pre-order the game, you will receive your key to play via email. You can play the game. You can activate it immediately through the Corepunk launcher. As you no doubt realized, Corepunk is a buy-to-play MMO. They are going to feature cosmetics, battle passes, an in-game shop. They verify that they will not sell any boosters, nothing that can affect your gameplay. Only cosmetic items can be bought through the in-game shop or achieved with the battle pass. The game is an MMO with a seamless open world that allows for endless possibilities to explore the world, participate in trading, complete dungeons, or engage in PvP battles. Every aspect of the game is going to be incentivized, and there will be a rating system to encourage each type of activity. It has a post-apocalyptic atmosphere and an eclectic fusion of genres from cyberpunk to dark fantasy. Now, I played this game. I covered it in a dedicated video if you're interested in learning more. The game has come quite a ways since then, and while the Alpha 4 test will begin on August 6th and run through September 6th, which is an entire month, the game is officially launching into early access on November 26, 2024. This could be a very fun game, and I strongly urge you to, if you're interested, attempt to participate in the Alpha test. That way, you don't end up spending money unnecessarily. Ashfall, which is a new Wasteland MMORPG, according to their website, is launching very, very soon. According to the Steam page, the 3rd quarter of 2024. 3rd quarter consists of July, August, September, which means, in theory, the game could be releasing at some point in August. This is not definitively confirmed. I know you see NetEase as both the developer and the publisher there, which is a little bit concerning. NetEase do some very pay-to-win games. But at the same time, Mrs. STIX played it, I think it was like over a year ago, and while she did not find it to be very good of a game, I strongly urge you to go on over and watch her dedicated video on it before deciding whether or not you want to trash this or try it. I do want to note that it is a different kind of MMO. It is a shooter. It is a looter shooter. More than that, a blend of the looter shooter genre and MMO. It's kind of like if you played Once Human recently, it's like Once Human, but if Once Human were really mobile feeling. Because this is, after all, if I recall, they might have changed this since, but a cross-platform MMO. So, you know, take that in any way you want. Before we discuss the remainder of MMOs releasing, allow me to take a moment here to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon. Your guys' support is why I can continue to make videos like this every single month, and I deeply appreciate y'all being there for me. World of Warcraft is pushing out their War Within expansion on August 26th. This is probably the only MMO I'm excited for this year. I am a huge WoW player. I've had an active subscription to World of Warcraft since 2008 when I started the game with Wrath of the Lich King. That really engrossed me, that enthralled me in WoW as a whole. I was a huge Warcraft 3 player. I played Warcraft 3, I played Warcraft 3, Frozen Throne. So this is a world that I grew up in. I actually really enjoyed Legion. I really enjoyed Dragonflight. So I think The War Within has the potential to be a very fun game. Like always, World of Warcraft is a pay-to-play game, not a free-to-play game, not a buy-to-play game, which means it's not just a one-time purchase. You do have to pay a monthly recurring fee. However, I feel like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV are realistically the only two games currently of the caliber in terms of quality that could warrant that kind of recurring financial fee. I am really excited to play this. This is a 3-part expansion, apparently. And by that, I mean, while this is coming as a standalone expansion, it is going to feature 3 parts. A story that branches over a 3-part series that takes place over 3 separate like expansions or mini expansions. This is definitely the only MMO that I'm playing over the course of the next 2 months, hands down. Brighter Shores is an all-new adventure from the award-winning MMORPG designer Andrew Gower, according to Steam, anyway. It is an enchanting point-and-click style RPG with hundreds of hours of gameplay set in a land of magic and mysteries with a huge number of professions to try, and something new to find around every corner. Apparently, this game is launching in Q3 2024, so that means at any point in August or September, this is going to be a land of magic and mysteries. There are a huge number of professions. There is fascinating wildlife that is going to be story focused. There is going to be a premium pass present. This is honestly a game that I am interested in, but at the same time, I'm more curious to see how it does. Like, I will definitely stream this, and I will definitely attempt to play it to see whether I like it, but I'm not a big RuneScape fan, so it might not necessarily appeal to me. With this in mind, I do genuinely hope it does good, and I hope there are hundreds of thousands of players that play it, and I mean, it's going to be available soon. According to Massively OP, Spellfarers is a new Palia-esque indie cozy MMO headed to early access on July 29th. So I mean, tactically this is not an August release, but there's like 2 days difference between July 29th and August 1st. So come on, we can include this here. I'm sure you guys didn't even know this was coming. According to the Steam page, this is a very social MMO where you can farm, fish, craft, and cast spells with your friends in the idyllic magical multiplayer farming sim. I see they say multiplayer here, not massively multiplayer, but I do see the MMO tag. I see the massively multiplayer genre. I see Massively OP is referring to it as an MMO, which means in theory it technically should be, or at the very least could be. Seems like there's a magical world. You can farm, you can explore stuff with your friends, and it's gonna have a welcoming community, which if you've ever played an MMO, you know is a lie. And then finally, Guild Wars 2 is launching their new expansion as well, the Janthir Wilds. Explore new lands, wield a spear in combat, test yourself in challenging encounters in Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds. The newest adventure in the world of Tyria will play out over the course of 4 quarterly releases, a year of content, feature updates, and more. You can pre-purchase the game before it launches on August 20th to receive a title, a skin, and a box with your choice of weapon skin. So that's kind of cool. Again, August 20th. So this is, interestingly, I don't think this is a good idea. Like, this is a good time frame to release in, because honestly, World of Warcraft is releasing their expansion, and as much as I think Guild Wars 2 is a phenomenal game, I really do, it cannot hope to ever compete with the monolithic titan that is World of Warcraft. You just can't. Not even Final Fantasy XIV can. During the leak that happened earlier this year, it was shown that there were, what, like 10 million active subscribers to WoW, broken or spread over every single incarnation of the game. There isn't any other MMO out there, at least in the West, that has the potential to have almost 10 million people playing. So releasing this expansion right around the time of WoW's expansion is going to be a severe detriment to their success. But at the same time, maybe the majority of Guild Wars 2 players don't play WoW. I don't know. I just think releasing a major expansion within, you know, a week or weeks of WoW's expansion is ill-advised. Either way, I'm excited for this too. I haven't played any expansion outside of, I think, like Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, but I've heard good things about the last expansion. I actually think there's less hype for this one based off of the Guild Wars 2 content creators I know, but either way, this is launching in August as well. We have some major contenders for August 2024, and then in like September, I can only think of like one game coming out, so September is not going to be a very big month. Now, if none of this is of any interest to you, absolutely no problem. I got you covered 2 different videos on screen right now that might be more up your alley.